probably walked into the room at one point during the last year, year and a half, 2 years for some of you, and you said, I want to be better at giving speeches. For whatever reason, most of you said, I just want to be a better speaker. I want to learn how to get in front of a crowd. I want to learn to get over my shyness, my stage fright. But then, once you become a member, you kind of think, well, what do I write for a speech? How do I give a speech? So today's real quick theme is simply sand, rocks, and trees. Writing a speech is about dedication. You have to set aside the time to sit down and say, here's what I want to say. Here is what I want to deliver. This is my message. This is the purpose of the speech. And when you talk about mechanics, like it has to have a hook, it has to have a point, it has to have a takeaway, it has to have a call to action. These are all things you could find in your book. Those are the tangibles, those are the outlines, those are the facts. That doesn't account for what the message is. Every good speech should have a message, whether it's to teach something, or inspire, or to inform, or to demonstrate something that you want to show off as a skill, like the body language one, or the vocal variety one. But let me ask you this, again, what's your message? Is your message a sandcastle of a speech? A lot of us try to put things that inspire. If I'm building a sandcastle on the beach, I want to make something that's art, that someone else will walk by and say, that's really cool. How long did it take you to do that? But it's really skillful. Or maybe you're a 3-year-old kid and you're just taking a bucket and putting a pile of sand on top of each other. Regardless of which, if you're that kid, you're still very proud of your work. It doesn't matter if it's pretty fat plastic. You can take your speeches and maybe draw a lot of information from things that you find on the internet. If you think about all the famous speeches in the world, they're based around quotes. They're based around ideas. They're based around events, things that move us, things that we dream about and remember past the moment that they happen. These are your dreams, and these are your sandcastles. Rocks. Bold statements. The ability to, and this is kind of going in a different direction for a second, rock out. Some of us are pure competitors. Some of us want to get up here and entertain, be funny. I'm looking at you parts of that. Some of us want to be appreciated. Some of us want to essentially show off that we become a better speaker from our time in Toastmasters. The contest, this is for you. This is your ability to say, I want to be better than just the safe audience that's in the room, in here right now. But you know what? Everyone at that contest is also a Toastmaster. Just they're in separate clubs. You haven't met them yet. They're strangers. They'll become friends because they'll talk to you after the contest. They're only on your head because it happened to her. We are all the same in the sense that we're supportive of anybody who wants to be a contested member. Not everyone can win, but the point is not necessarily to win, unless you really want to walk out there, but simply to get up there and demonstrate that you can get up in front of strangers. Because that is the other point of being a Toastmaster. You can give speeches here for the next 20 years if you want to, but you came in here to learn how to give speeches in front of strangers and colleagues who won't be necessarily as receptive. So if you want to rock, put together a contest speech. And finally, trees. We had a contestant in here half a year ago whose fascinating quoted message was simply, if you want to remember for a year, plant grass. If you want to remember for 100 years, plant trees. If you want to remember forever, grow people. All of you, I know I misquoted that, because some of you are probably here for that speech. All of you are here to grow yourselves, to grow your skills, to grow your knowledge, because everyone who comes up here, whether it's for a Toastmaster speech or a Toastmaster theme, convey something about themselves, conveys something new that you didn't know before. Sure, sometimes when someone brings up a joke, we've heard it before. The difference is that person is growing themselves in their skills. Like when Nitin came up with the joke of the day several weeks in a row, he wanted to increase his joke telling skill. And I think he has improved on that. Everyone has something that they want to grow with. Figure out how you want to grow. Make that into part of your contest speech or simply your next speech here. Today's new Toastmasters are tomorrow's and next year's contest contestants. Don't ever be afraid to give a speech. Don't ever be afraid to decide what your message is and bring your sand, your rocks, and your trees.